Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mark Cabana here again, and in this video we're going to go over some of the great new features that have been added to the keyword generator section of Places Scout. Now with the keyword generator, in every other section of the program, I've added these great informative help tooltips when you hover your mouse over pretty much any element in the program. So if I hover my mouse over the main settings tab, I'm going to get a tooltip that's going to explain to me what this is and how to use it. And this is pretty much with every section of the program. So you hover your mouse over any button, any feature, any header, it's going to tell you what that is and exactly how to use it. So if you don't know how to use any of these features, simply hover your mouse over them and the program will tell you exactly what it is and how to use it. Now with the keyword generator, I've added some great new features, and one awesome feature that's going to surely make you guys a lot of money. I'll get to that in a second, but first I'd like to go over the new keyword source that I've added to the keyword generator. So if I click on the select keyword sources box, you'll see a new Google local related keyword source. Now where these keywords come from is with a local search. So if I go to Google and I type in, say, restaurants in Pittsburgh, we'll go with that one. Now you'll see the 7-pack here because this is a local keyword, and the Google local keywords are these ones down here, where Google is specifically suggesting various types of keywords related to the keyword that you entered, and they also give you localized keywords. So Station Square is a section of Pittsburgh, so is Shady Side in Mount Washington. So if I say click on one of these, it's going to perform this keyword search. So the new Google local related keyword source basically pulls these keywords that you see here for any localized search. Next, I'd like to go over some of the advanced settings that I've added. So if we click this button, you're going to get a window that's going to give you some additional Google suggested source options. So by default, the software does your seed keyword plus A plus B plus C, you know, through the whole alphabet like most keyword generators do. Now if you select these options, you're going to get different variations of that. So the first one, you're going to get A plus space plus keyword. So it'd be A plus your space plus a keyword, B plus space plus keyword, and so forth. The second one's going to do the same thing without the space. Now the third and the fourth ones are going to really dig deep in and generate you a lot of keywords. They're basically going to do your keyword plus a space plus A, keyword plus a space plus A plus B, A, C, and so forth through the entire alphabet. And the fourth one's going to do the same thing, except for it's going to put the ABCs in front. So these two here will generate you a ton of additional keywords. Now one of the problems with these two is that in order to do this is that we have to basically do the alphabet twice for each seed keyword. So that's 26 times 26, which is 676 queries. Now with all the parallel processing code that I've done is that I'm doing this very fast, and if you send too many requests to Google suggestion servers, you're eventually going to get banned. So that was one of the problems in the old version, is that if you selected all these options, that you would get banned after a couple searches. Now just a little side note on that, if you do get banned from the Google suggestion servers, it's not a huge deal. The ban is just temporary. Basically they'll not allow you to get any suggestion requests for usually lasts about a half hour, and then after that the ban lifts and then you can go ahead and generate more keywords. So if you do get banned, don't worry, don't freak out, it's not a huge deal. You can either wait a half hour for the ban to lift, or you can change your IP address maybe with a VPN service or something like that. But anyways, my software does have built-in detection for when you do get banned from the Google suggestion servers. So what will happen is after you're done generating the keywords, a message box will appear and it'll tell you, hey, look, you got banned. You know, either wait a half hour or change your IP address. So what I've done to get around that is I've added the ability to disable parallel processing. If you basically check this box, you're going to be able to specify a delay in between server requests. So instead of doing everything in parallel, it's going to do it sequentially, and it's going to delay anywhere between whatever you specify in this box between the requests. And this will ensure that you do not get banned from the Google suggestion servers when you are generating keywords. So let's move on to the exciting new money-making feature of the keyword generator. Now basically what I've done is I've added a feature that allows you to import Google AdWords traffic data into the keyword generator and then perform mass domain availability analysis on the generated keywords so you can easily find exact match domains that are available for all the generated keywords that also have a high volume of traffic. Now as you know, this is huge because if you have an exact match domain that has a high volume of traffic, it's extremely easy to get that domain to rank in the top 3 because it's an exact match, as long as the competition for that keyword isn't too high. So I'll show you exactly how to do this. So first we need to generate some keywords that we'll get traffic data for. So I'll enter in some seed keywords here. We'll do restaurants Pittsburgh. And I'll also do the inverse of that. So I'll do Pittsburgh restaurants. And I like to do this because we'll get both variations and we'll get a lot more keywords back this way for our localized search. So we'll go ahead and generate the keywords here. We'll wait a second. You can see the parallel processing code is just blazing fast now. So we got all those keywords back in 3.37 seconds, just unbelievably fast. So now that we have our generated keywords, we're going to go to the Google AdWords keyword tool and we're going to get the traffic data for them. But before we go to the Google AdWords keyword tool, we're going to want to copy these generated keywords to the clipboard. And it's as easy as clicking on the Actions button and choosing Copy to Clipboard. Okay, so now we can go to the Google AdWords keyword tool. And if you're not already signed into your AdWords account, you're going to want to do so because if you're not signed in, you can only get traffic volume for up to 100 keywords at a time. When you're signed in, you can get traffic volume for as many keywords as you want. So I had about 900 keywords there, and I want to be signed in because I want to get all the traffic data for all those keywords. So next I'm going to paste these keywords into the word or phrase box here. You can choose the match type you want. I personally like to use the phrase match because I think it gives you the most accurate keyword representation. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. We'll let the tool do its work here. And then I'm going to click the search button to get all the traffic data. We'll give it a second here while it gets the traffic data. Okay, so now we have all the traffic data. So I'll sort these by local monthly searches. Give it a second here. Next, if you didn't know already, there's this columns box up here where you can choose what you want to view. Now my software supports the AdWords competition, the global monthly searches, the local monthly searches, and also the approximate cost per click. So I like to choose all these. Now the last step here is we're going to download these keywords. So if you click the download button, you click download all, and the format you're going to want to choose that my software supports is XML. So you're going to want to download these as an XML file. So we'll go ahead and download these. We'll give it a second here. And we'll want to save these somewhere that you're going to remember. So I'll save this as restaurants Pittsburgh. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to return to Places Scout. Basically what I did was I downloaded all the traffic data from the Google AdWords keyword tool. And the best part about doing it manually is that you can trust that the data is accurate. You know, there's a lot of tools that, you know, claim to get the traffic data, but you don't know if it's 100% accurate. So a lot of times you find yourself going back to the AdWords tool and verifying it. So why not just do that the first time around? That way you know it's accurate. Okay, so now we can import that Google AdWords traffic data into Places Scout's keyword generator. And we do that by clicking on the Grid View Options button up here, and there's a feature here to import AdWords traffic data. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to ask me to select the AdWords XML files that I downloaded. So if I click the Browse button, I can choose that, let's find that file here. I think there it is. Okay, so we'll get a preview of all the keyword with all the search data and the cost per click and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click Finish Import. And now what I see in the grid view is I see each keyword with the global monthly, local monthly, the competition, and the cost per click. So I like to sort these by the local monthly searches. And the last step in this process is to get the domain availability. And to do that, you click the Actions button and you do the Check Domain Availability. So this is going to go out and check all the domain availability for our generated keywords, and we're going to get a list of the available domains for these keywords along with the traffic data. So we'll give it a few seconds here to finish up what it's doing. Okay, we're all done. So it looks like some of these keywords that were generated weren't exactly related to restaurants. So I'm going to type in a positive keyword filter, and it's going to be restaurants. We'll do restaurant. Okay, so now what we get is a sorted list, top to bottom, of all the keywords with the exact match domain available analysis. So you can see a lot of these, restaurantpittsburgh.net. Phrase match, you get 33,100 searches. That's an awesome domain for you to buy. There's some .coms available. Restaurant Pittsburgh, PA, 3,600. Not so much there, but you know, as you use this, I did lawyers in Miami, for example. Some of these keywords in the traffic, 60,000 searches a month. Some of the cost per clicks on these were $40 a click. And in fact, let me show you how to do this so you can see just how powerful this feature is in finding profitable exact match domains. One of the reasons I designed this feature is so that you can do mass analysis, thousands of domains at a time. It is true that a lot of the good domains are taken, but that doesn't mean all the domains are taken, so I wanted to design a feature that would allow you to check thousands of domains at once for thousands of keywords. That way you can handpick the best domains that are available. So what I did was I went and I downloaded a bunch of AdWords traffic data for lawyers in various cities. So you can see here Chicago, lawyer, Detroit. So I'm going to actually import all these keywords in with the traffic data. It's going to take a sec because there's probably about 10,000-15,000 keywords here. We'll give it a second. And then we'll click Finish Import here to import that traffic data. Okay, so I have a positive keyword filter here. I have to delete that to show all the keywords. Give it a second here. Okay, so I have almost 20,000 keywords here. Now, a lot of these are not relevant to our target market, so I'm actually going to type in lawyer to, okay, so there we go. And now there's another thing you can do is you can actually delete some of these keywords. If they don't seem like they're relevant, you can drag over them. You can right click and hit delete. So I'm going to get rid of those first couple ones that don't have a localized modifier to them, and then that'll leave us with 7,000 keywords. So I'll go ahead and I'll check all the domain availability for these keywords and give it a second here. This will maybe take a minute or so, but it's not long considering that it's checking 7,000 keywords times 4 domains per keyword, the .com, .net, .org, and .info. So that would be 28,000 keywords it's checking domain availability for right now. So we'll give it a second here. Okay, so we're all done here. That took about 2 minutes to complete. Again, not very long considering that it did check 28,000 domains. Now, so here we can see all the available domains. This first one here, 368,000 local monthly searches. .info available. Now, I'm not a big fan of buying .info domains, but if there's 368,000 monthly searches, then yes, I'm definitely going to buy that domain. Bankruptcy lawyer LA, you know, that could mean Los Angeles. So I'll take that one for sure. Next, you can see immigration lawyer LA. 246,000 monthly searches. There's a .net and .org available. So I actually went through that list and I hand-picked basically the domains that had the highest monthly search volume and had an available domain, and I created an Excel spreadsheet here with the top domains. So you can see here a lot of these, you know, 60,000, 49.5, some of the cost per clicks, you know, $41 here. You know, I just basically hand-picked it, and these are the best domains available for these keywords. So that's how I did this, and used this feature to create a large list of profitable domains that I'm going to go ahead and buy. And I did this in minutes, you know, compared to how long it would take. You know, imagine checking 28,000 domains. Are you kidding me? That's days. So this tool is very, very beneficial. So you can use this mass domain availability checker with Keyword Generator to easily find keywords that have high volumes of traffic and available domains. So that's all for the Keyword Generator. We're going to move on to the Find Local Clients section next, which has just had some mind-blowing changes to it. The data here is incredible. So we'll go there now.